So MrBeast has been accused of faking all of his videos. So today we're going to be looking at this MrBeast situation, and no, not this one. Yes, there's been quite a few MrBeast situations in the last couple of weeks. The first one being Ava Chris Tyson, who was found out to be talking to minors, allegedly.
She's only 14, damn. What did you think she was? 16 and legal in some states. Oof, of course. If she's 14, I'm 14. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to throw up a little bit in my mouth because reading that absolutely disgusts every little fiber of my being right there, reading that shit.
But this isn't what we're going to get into today. Today we're going to be taking a look at a video from Dogpack404. Now this guy was an ex-employee of MrBeast, and recently he has uploaded a video titled, "I worked for MrBeast, he's a fraud." Now this is a pretty big accusation to be thrown about here, especially about people like MrBeast. Now for those of you that aren't aware or don't actually go online at all, MrBeast is the biggest YouTuber on the platform. He has over 300 million subs, okay? That's an insane amount of subs. And he's also highly respected in the community as well. Like, I've never really heard anybody talk any shit on him. The only thing I've seen people be upset with him for is like his videos. I never really understood why, but watching these videos is kind of giving me an understanding of why people dislike him. I think people think that all of his good deeds are not done just to be nice. They're done for a gain, for a purpose, you know? Like curing the blind. That's a pretty big deal, and obviously it's a very nice thing to do. But the way other people see it, and it could be true, is that he's just doing that for the clicks, for the subscribers, for the money. Now at the start of this video, this guy seems to be quite annoyed that he is faking quite a lot of things, and he points a lot of them out, especially the CGI stuff.
Have you ever faked a video?
No. But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this raccoon is a paid actor, this island costs more than $1, this city is not abandoned, these buildings are CGI, but not your only way out. You can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker, it's just a guy. This whole room is fake, this contestant is an actor and a secret employee at MrBeast, they haven't died through this fake door twice, this line is scripted, this action is scripted. In fact, pretty much all the videos with Mac are scripted.
Now, to be honest, when I watched the first like 20 minutes, I was just kind of like, what are you talking about? A lot of this stuff just, it doesn't really matter. Like, of course he's going to use CGI in videos. That's just to make the video look nicer, you know? Like, he actually goes and does what he CGI'd after he CGI'd it, or he'll CGI an explosion in. It makes the video more interesting to watch. But then he points out some of the competition videos that he runs. In particular, he picks out a video called 100 Boys vs 100 Girls for $500,000. Now in this video, it's meant to be 200 random subscribers of the MrBeast channel. Now Dogpack seems to think otherwise. In fact, he points these people out and says that these people actually work for MrBeast. Well, at least a handful of them do. Even goes as far as to point out MrBeast's girlfriend. So yeah, that is a bit weird.
But the contestants are not random subscribers.
So many people had jobs.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend. So yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local to MrBeast, and oftentimes friends and family of MrBeast employees, or just the employees themselves.
So it does seem like he's kind of lying about having 200 random subscribers in the video. Maybe he has a few subs in there, but majority of people are probably people that work for him. Now this also kind of backs up another point that Dogpack was trying to make in his video. He says that all these competition videos that MrBeast makes only hold people that he knows or friends and family. Like, they don't actually bring subscribers in. I don't really know if that's true or not, because there's not a lot here to back it up. It's just this one video where you see MrBeast's girlfriend and a few other people that do work for MrBeast in the video. That doesn't mean that all of his videos are like this. I can't 100% say for certain that that is the case. But if it is, that's a massive deal, because MrBeast is known to be very generous. Okay, if it comes out that all these people that were in his videos were just people that he knew, right? Like, his kind of image will just be a bit tarnished. He's looked at as like a man of the people. Even though he's so big, he's meant to be really down to earth and very giving. A lot of people expect that from him. So if this does turn out to be true, that's going to really damage his reputation. Dogpack also says that MrBeast faked the 7 Days Stranded at Sea video, and goes on to show this clip here where they're meant to be on the raft and it looks like there's completely nobody there.
During this time lapse on the 4th day of 7 days stranded at sea, you can clearly see there's no one in the shelter. These are their empty beds. But after a hard cut, magically 5 people are awake and 2 of the boys have bright yellow raincoats that they didn't have when it rained on day 2.
And after standing the whole night, completely soaked.
You didn't spend the night soaked, Jimmy. You slept on the production yacht. It's ironic because this is one of the videos where they claim that they don't fake things.
But no, we have to be the real channel that doesn't fake things.
Which, yes, is kind of sus. I'll give him that. But it could also just be an editing mistake. Now, why is this a big deal? Well, this is only a big deal because MrBeast claims that he doesn't fake his videos. Okay, he actually makes this a point quite often that these videos aren't fake. Now, me personally, I don't really watch MrBeast. Okay, if not, I don't ever watch MrBeast. His content just doesn't appeal to me personally. I've got nothing against the guy. I think, you know, fair play for what he does, and I respect the grind. And anybody that does watch MrBeast, fair enough. If that's for you, that's for you. It's just not for me. But from my standpoint, where I look at it, I always thought that MrBeast's videos were fake. And that's only because I'm so used to seeing videos like this being fake. This is just like a norm on the platform, you know? So to hear that his videos aren't, I thought that's what made him stand out the most. But I think the thing that makes him stand out the most is the prizes he gives away. Now, further on in Dogpack's video, he goes on to talk about these prizes that MrBeast gives away, or supposedly gives away, because apparently a lot of people haven't received their gifts.
Some of the common complaints we see in threads about this live stream are that they only signed large t-shirts. So when they selected an order to give a prize, it was apparently always a large or extra large t-shirt. They kept saying things like buy in the next 15 minutes for a chance to win and then not honoring it. Multiple people claiming that their name was read to win a prize and they never received it. This person is still tweeting about it to this day. Now, there's a lot more people complaining about the deceptive sales tactics. Reading all this really upsets me because I spent money I honestly didn't have for 5 shirts at different times during the live when they said things like buy now and you will get prize or money. And I received 2 orders and nothing but shirt, both with MB and one with a heart and one with a smiley. I was hoping for at least a couple things for Christmas for my family. Now, this commenter also goes on to explain that she's disabled, has PTSD.
Like, he claims that none of these things actually get sent out to people, and if they do, it's people that MrBeast actually knows. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just going from what he's saying. But what I will say is, the majority of his audience is children. So really what he's doing, he's targeting children here to make money. Now, I don't know if this is done maliciously, but he does know the majority of his audience are kids. So if he's promoting things that are going to cost money for prizes, he knows that kids are more likely going to buy this stuff, okay? Now, of course, you could argue that it's completely up to them where they spend their money, if they want to give their money to him. But the thing is, MrBeast is very persuading. Like, if you had the chance to maybe win a PlayStation 5 to get a t-shirt, you'll probably go for it as well. You're more than likely to anyway. Now, one of the worst things for me from Dogpack's video that I saw personally that I just can't agree with at all is faking autographs, okay? Now, there's a part in the video here, which I'll show some clips of, that he had given away t-shirts, okay? I think it's for like a subscriber special or something like that. But each one of them has an autograph from one of the crew members, and only a majority of them have MrBeast's signature. Now, this would be really cool, and obviously fans are going to really want that because he says that this is the last thing he'll ever sign, which was apparently a lie. So this would be a big collector's item for a fan out there. Now, in the clip, you can see, like 100% see, one of his crew members sign MrBeast's autograph for him. And not only that, he gets caught, and he knows he does, and he tries to hide it and just carry on like nothing happened. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that's pretty fraudulent, you know?
But the description says it's signed by a member of the MrBeast crew, and it doesn't say anywhere that other members will sign MB, deceiving people into believing it was signed by MrBeast. So here's a clip of Tyler using MrBeast's signature. So Tyler signs MB, which is MrBeast's signature. Then he covers it, signs his own initials, TC, smirks, looks around, and then quickly slides the shirt away.
Like, I don't know how MrBeast hasn't seen this himself. Like, surely you'd go over this clip, or at least somebody would be speaking about it at the time, because this is quite old, this footage. So why hasn't he addressed this? I don't know. Maybe he thinks that they've got away with it. which they clearly haven't now because people are talking about it. But to be a fan of MrBeast and actually get a MrBeast t-shirt with it signed, and you think like this is something worthwhile and you're really happy, and find out this, that's pretty fucking devastating for a fan, man. That's disappointing, especially from somebody that they think that they could put their trust in. Okay, now I know you shouldn't put your trust in people online. That's a big no-no. But when it comes to your biggest idol, such as like a MrBeast, this guy is like bigger than everybody. Okay, you're gonna think that he is like a god. He has like a kind of god status on the internet. All right, so you wouldn't expect him to be lying about these things, especially because of all the good deeds that he claims to do. But people are going to put their faith in him, and when they find out that he's lying to them, that's just going to crush people, man. It's really shitty. Now, these are just a few things that I personally saw in the video and thought that I'd talk about. The video is nearly an hour long, so if you guys want to go and watch it, I will link it in the description below. But from my perspective, this guy, he just feels hard to trust with a lot of the things he says, and that's only because he got fired from MrBeast's team. Now, this news comes from a guy called Chucky, who works for MrBeast. Now, he tweeted just after Dogpack released a video, and he gave a bit more information on the whole, him getting fired and why. And he also tries to narrow down some of the claims that Dogpack has made and disprove a lot of what he is saying. So I'll read this to you now. I quickly want to debunk some of the info in this video since the guy who made it was on my team. It was my decision to fire him for erratic behavior. He worked at the company for less than a month and wasn't an employee for most of the videos he mentions to have knowledge on. There's so much in his video, and I want to specifically address him saying our videos are fake or staged, because this is not true, and I was on set for many of these videos. You won't get in a video unless you're family or friends with someone that works at MrBeast. This is a wild statement that can be easily proven wrong. There's probably hundreds or thousands of people who have no affiliation to friends/family of MrBeast employees. Think the 456 people in Squid Game, or ages 1 to 100, etc. Jimmy doesn't know more than like a dozen people though. The train wreck was CGI, the bus wheels are CGI, the pit is fake. He acts like he's exposing us for using CGI to make backgrounds look cool, when we have done multiple public behind the scenes videos with Sir Crispy showing this. It's clearly not a secret. On top of that, we did drive buses in that pit, and same with the train that you claim we didn't. The raccoon was a paid actor. I didn't even know what to say about this. Clearly not an actor. Lol. Island cost more than $1. Not true. We did pay $1 for this island. You can Google it. MrBeast purchases Outer Banks Island for $1, which stated this before the video was released. He moved into a mansion 2 months before being in a video. He talks about how 2 months before we filmed the first Mac video that he moved into a mansion. Mac was staying at a friend's house, and I'm not sure how that proves anything or why it's relevant. This wink was added in post. Bruh, he really did wink. This is a flat out lie again. The revenge storyline was added in post. He implies 42 and 58 was scripted and not real. The contestants themselves have talked about this on streams they did after the video. They legit didn't like each other. 58 was on this far opposite side and didn't hear him. Just because he was on the other side of the room, you don't think 58 heard him yell. How on earth would he know? Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers. He claims our 100 boys vs 100 girls video is scripted, and the proof is a random text saying it is. That's it. It was not scripted. Jimmy probably had countless people on the set for that video, and it would have been impossible to hide. This video was not scripted. I was on set for this, and there are no bias for who won. He also implies the video is fake because we have employees on each team. The employees in the video were there to fill in for people who tested positive for COVID last minute, right before filming. Thea, Jimmy's girlfriend, mentioned this on a podcast over a year ago. If it wasn't for COVID, they would have not been in it. They had the same amount of money on the line as everybody else. Some random text to someone thinking it was rigged doesn't mean it's rigged, lol. He also suggested the real-time video was fake. This is not fake. It was a nightmare to make this video, and it was legit filmed in 10 minutes. Also, I think some of the MrBeast giveaways are fake. We do not fake giveaways. I have been hands-on with some of them and have personally been the person to connect winners with our accounting department to get paid. He also suggested we didn't spend $1 million on Samsung phones, and I can assure you we did. Another lie from you. I could keep going, but I don't want this to be too long. Dawson himself, who's Dogpack by the way, said on Reddit that he was on shrooms and weed when filming this video, which might explain some of the made up stuff. Dawson was only employed from March 25th, 2024 and was let go on April 19th, 2024. He was on a 90-day trial period and we ended it early and paid him out to June 25th as we guaranteed the 90 days of pay so he could transition into a new job. I'd appreciate if everyone reading this could help dispel all these fake rumors by spreading this info. Jimmy spends unfathomable amounts of money and time to ensure the integrity of what he does, and I hate to see it come into question with a bunch of lies. Dawson, if you leave this up, then you're a hypocrite. Now, as you can see, there was quite a lot of bloody information in there, but he seems to, address a lot of what he is saying in this video. Now, be that as it may, a lot of this might not even be true. There's no actual evidence here that what he is saying is true. This is a he said, she said kind of situation. Now, obviously, Dogpack responded to this on Twitter, and I'll read this out to you as well. Debunking your debunking. Good character assassination attempt. You leave out my unpaid trial period and also my time working for Idea Guys, a company for which MrBeast is a client. The founder of Idea Guys also had to get permission from MrBeast to hire me, so weird you guys wouldn't tell him I was erratic. Also, reading shrooms was an obvious joke. Jimmy doesn't know more than like a dozen people. You expect people to believe this? How many people do his employees know? Who was the contestant in Train vs Pit? How about Lambo vs Shredder? How did Ava's cousin Justin get into the Chocolate Factory video? Or Della Vlogs? CGI is clearly not a secret. Cool. So when Jimmy was accused of using too much CGI in Train vs Pit, why did he deny it on Twitter? The raccoon was a paid actor. Bruh, you expect people to believe Chris and Chandler were just petting an actual wild raccoon. From your own source on the island, the transfer tax was $1 and the company also paid $27 in tax and fees for the property. Also, you leased it back to the owner for $0, $1 plus $27 equals $28. The wink was added in post. It was. Compare that wink to the contestant's other winks in the other scenes or none of his TikToks. His mouth also partially opens. Here, that doesn't happen because in the original footage, it was a blink, altered to match the false revenge narrative, which I don't know if I believe that. That would be a bit weird. Interesting how you didn't mention altering the timers or contestant dialogue in posts. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers. You acknowledged that the contestants were not random subscribers, but refused to acknowledge the clear rigging which can be seen multiple times on camera. Please watch Upper Echelon's video analysing case law regarding this rigging. Also, I've now heard from people on the boys team that they were fed much later than the girls, and that production was clearly favouring the boys. Upper Echelon's video goes into the alleged illegal lotteries which he described as seeming completely indefensible, and you conveniently forgot to address those as well. Now hide my reply because you're guilty. Now clearly there's a lot going on here, and there's a lot to address. Now MrBeast himself hasn't actually come out and spoken about this as far as I'm aware, but he's probably going to have to at some point, because if he doesn't, I think a lot of people are just going to keep speculating and speculating and speculating. Like, I would need more evidence to make a clear judgment here. We need MrBeast to come out and actually speak about this and kind of prove this stuff wrong with some evidence, or at least somebody on that team to come out and prove with evidence, hard evidence, receipts, that all these things that he's saying isn't true. Otherwise, I feel like MrBeast's reputation is just going to keep going downhill. But yeah, that's about it for this week's video, guys. This is as much information as I could kind of gather from this video. Obviously, if anybody has anything else on the situation, just leave it in the comments below. Thank you again to all the new subscribers. Welcome. This channel's kind of been blowing up a little bit in the last couple of days, which is mental. So thank you very much for all that. And yeah, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Unless you think I'm
Clout Goblin Bozo.
Catch you later, guys.